right, welcome to another episode of the Goalpost Gossip. I'm your host Alton, and this is the podcast where football meets banter. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow the movement at Gossip Goalpost. What are you waiting on? All right, without further ado, let's get this bar rolling. All right, there's a glitch. There's a glitch going on. Um, there's a little glitch going on with the ball rolling. Is there a glitch going on with me also? Yeah. Okay. Is back. Is back. Okay, I'm back. All right. Uh, all right. What we're gonna be talking about today is FA Cup, of course. FA Cup. Um, Chelsea make it to the final of the FA Cup. The display wasn't horrendous, but it was atrocious. I mean, we got beaten by City. A lot of people were really expecting that, but I felt like we could have won that game if we had went there to win that game. I think that we were too cautious, and I it's just how the Chelsea season been going, man. It's horrible. It's horrible, horrible, horrible how the Chelsea season been going, and I hopefully next season we can pick it up. I mean, we created some chances in the game. Not enough chances, but we did created some chances. But we should have taken those chances, and it would have been total different result. Because City wasn't outstanding at all in the final. City wasn't on their A game. And I felt like if it was like a Manchester United or um, Arsenal that City play in this final, they would have lose. But because Chelsea is so horrible this season, we lose out to them even when City didn't play nothing at all. Um, Something that grieved me a lot in the game was that Chelsea had two penalty shots. One of them was a clear penalty to me. And we've seen stuff like that given in the leagues. This week they give in, next week they don't give in. There's no consistency in regards to those things. Joao Pedro was fouled. He was fouled. The defender came across, didn't attempt to play the ball, and he came across Joao with his foot, and then he elbowed him like this in the back. I don't know how they didn't see that. I don't know how that wasn't called because that wasn't an attempt to play the ball. Second, that wasn't a shoulder to shoulder. And I see Chelsea being on the sour end of most of these decisions throughout the league. I'm not gonna lie, throughout the season. Chelsea come on the opposite end. Like things don't really go into our favor when it comes to these things. You know, if it was a Arsenal, they get it. You know, if it was, but yeah, this is how that's how I feel. I really feel bad that we lose out to them. As I said, we should have won the game. We should have just been more courageous. But it turns out to be a very bad season for us. So I guess we just gonna have to put this behind us and just move on and see what we get from this, man. Because mm-mm, I'm hurting. I am hurting, and I was really expecting that trophy, that we could at least have that trophy, you know. But nevertheless, it's okay. We we pick up the pieces and we move on, right? Hard to, but we have to. Yeah. So hop off that FA Cup. Premier League was busy on Sunday. The Premier League weekend. Um, we see Brighton. They kind of missed out on their opportunity to not really missed out on the opportunity, but make it a little bit more difficult for them to get like Champions League football. So they were defeated. So Brighton kind of waiting until the last game right now. So a lot of things are down to the last day. Like, I mean, when Tottenham play Chelsea midweek, Tottenham have the chance to relegate West Ham basically. So if Tottenham draw or or if they win, West Ham is gone. You know, West Ham didn't do themselves any favor. They lose out to Newcastle. It was a ass whipping anyway. But I think West Ham. Sorry, I really think West Ham is a good team. I don't know how West Ham and Tottenham ended up in a situation like this, and I kind of have mixed feelings of who I want to go. You know what I mean? Because both of them are worthless. So I could say it doesn't matter to me which one go because they're too worthless. How you gonna let a Sunderland excel, a Leeds United excel, a Nottingham Forest, but you got big clubs like a Tottenham and a West Ham fighting relegation. Very worthless, very worthless, and they have quality players. Both teams have quality players. So does that come down to the coach? Um, I don't know. But Tottenham and West Ham should have never been in this situation. But amen, they're there. So Chelsea on the other end playing Tottenham and Champions League is kind of out of the door for us. Mathematically, it can happen, but there will be too much things that we are depending on to go in our favor, and you know how our luck goes. So mathematically, it can happen, but realistically, it's hard. We would be lucky if we get Conference League, man. We would be very lucky if we get a Conference League, and this is what we have become. Aston Villa over the weekend. Aston Villa did defeat um, Liverpool. They trashed Liverpool. That game was kind of a whoever whoever win, that's their business. But Aston Villa secured, like they make it clear that hey, we don't need to win Europa to get Champions League football. So they secure it by you know winning that game and secure their fourth position. Um, Also over the weekend we saw Manchester United. Manchester United win their game against Nottingham Forest. It was a very exciting game. I woke up and I watched most of it. Um, you know, Nottingham Forest could have won that game too. Nottingham Forest played well. I'm just surprised how well Nottingham Forest, how they came alive um, at the end of the season, making it to even a final, you know what I mean? So, I mean, they show some good qualities. They could have won that game. So they created a ton of chances that they could have. But the thing is, like, Manchester United fans, I'm talking to y'all now. I don't know what y'all need, man. Y'all winning, y'all still whining. I mean, you're in Champions League. You came from like you was like 15 in the middle of the season. Now you finished third in the Premier League. I mean, um, you lost like maybe one or two game out of maybe about 30, 45, something, not 45, what the hell am I talking about? Like 15 or something like that. So, but you guys are still winding. The coach Gary get the permanent job for 4 year deal. Let's see if he can really make the difference or if he can maintain this momentum. I Bruno also equally did equal to the Premier League assist. Um, I mean Bruno Fernandes being Manchester United best player for what 4 or 5 years now. At the time that he's been their best player, and I feel like Bruno Fernandes is Manchester United at this moment. So let's see if they can continue on that wave. They're into Champions League for the first time in a while. So what 2 years they've been missing, yeah. But let's see what they're gonna go over there. I just really think that they're going over there to embarrass themselves. I'm just kidding. I think they seems like they have a balanced team at this moment. So let's see where that goes for them, right? All right. So further on in the week, I think today Monday. I shoot this on Monday. So Liverpool will be facing up to Burnley. Not Liverpool. I mean Arsenal. Hopefully, we beg you, Burnley. Kyle Walker, we beg of you. Please, Kyle Walker, please, we beg of you. Bring your City Days A game to this game. We know that you already dropping down into the championship. That's heartbreak for you. But please, I beg you all, silence the critique. If you are going down, take Arsenal with you. Please, 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 Burnley. Surprise them. Save football. Save the world, Burnley. Defeat Arsenal. We beg of you. So that game will be played today. Tune in because it will be a very important game for Arsenal. I can see they lose. Yeah, I can see they lose. But wishful thinking, right? They're not that courageous. They're going to be playing very very careful. So I feel like Burnley do have a wonderful chance. I really think Burnley have a wonderful chance. So let's see where that goes, right? All right, man. We ain't going to talk much about this one. So here we go. Come to the end of this podcast. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow the movement. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, I'm your host, Alton, and this is Gossip Goalpost. Peace.